5G 其实是被禁止参与的。那现在华为在日本跟5G 方面的策略是怎样的？是说会围绕这个基站和这个5G 手机来进行联合的研究吗？
我从各种公开的渠道上没有听说过这个日本禁止华为参加他们的5G。
From all different types of open sources, I have never heard that Huawei is banned from participating in 5G in Japan.
所以说我们在跟客户、跟政府的监管机构也在沟通。
We have been communicating with our customers as well as regulators.
所以我们在日本本来我们跟 NTT Docomo、跟 KDDI， 我们没有任何这个移动领域的合作。
We have had no collaboration with NTT Docomo and KDDI in Japan in the mobile domain.
我们只跟软银移动有合作。
We only work together with SoftBank Mobile.
就是我们现在其实的合作还是主要集中在4G 领域。
Our current collaboration is still focused on 4G.
跟这个软银移动也没有部署多少个5G 基站。
SoftBank Mobile till today has not deployed a large number of 5G base stations.
所以说，我们期待我们跟这个软银移动的合作能够从4G延续到5G。
And we hope that Huawei's cooperation with the SoftBank Mobile can be extended from 4G to 5G.
当然，这种取决于客户的决定。
And of course, this is a decision that needs to be made by the customers.
Thank you.
Thank you, Takagi. We're now coming to Guangsha. Yinzi, are you there?
您听到吗？徐总您好。您好，可以听到吗？
可以听到，可以听到。
好，徐总您好，我是观察者网尹哲。我有一个问题，就是尽管扩大和升级对华为的限制措施可能造成整个行业和产业的系统性风险，但您能否更深入的谈一下，如果美国政府一意孤行，仍然选择实施相关的禁令，这将对美国芯片产业造成怎样的影响？他们将遭遇怎样的挫折？
You've said that further escalation of U.S. export controls toward Huawei would cause systemic risk. But what if the U.S. government was determined to escalate its restrictions toward Huawei? What kind of impact that would be on the semiconductor industry of the United States?
这里我不会做深入的这个分析。 我推荐你去看一份这个美国半导体协会请 BCG 做的一份报告，叫《限制与中国贸易如何终结美国半导体行业的领先地位》。这份报告把你这个问题回答得很清楚。
I would not share in-depth analysis here. Instead, I would refer you to a BCG report commissioned by the United States Semiconductor Industry Association. It's called How Restricting Trade with China Could End U.S. Semiconductor Leadership. There is a very good explanation in that report around the question you raised.
我想你搜索一下就能搜索到这份报告，他的回答肯定比我讲得更深入。
A simple search would help you to locate that report. I think the analysis there definitely would be more in-depth compared to the answer that I could give here.
Thank you.
Thank you. We've now got a change. We've got questions I will read out. The first is from Roberto Company, who's an analyst with Analysis Mason. How do you believe that multi-vendor Open RAN TIP solutions will challenge Huawei's business over the next 5 years?
那这个问题由我来念出来。 在未来的5年的时间内，您觉得多厂商 Open RAN 以及 TIP 这些项目会对华为带来怎样的影响？
我认为带来的影响微乎其微。
I think the impact on our business would be negligible.
我还是简单的讲2句 Open RAN。
And I want to elaborate a little bit on Open RAN.
首先 ，Open RAN 不是一个标准，它不是所谓的5G 另外的一个标准，它只是一个实现架构或实现继续。
First, Open RAN is not a standard. It's not another 5G standard. In essence, it's only an architecture and a method of implementation.
基于 Open RAN 这种实现架构和实现继续做出来的这个基站，它照样要满足这个5G 标准，照样要能够满足运营商对功耗、对性能、对这个它的这个性价比的这个需求。
Base stations that are to be designed and developed based on the Open RAN architecture and the technologies still have to follow agreed 5G standards, still have to satisfy the needs of telecom operators around power consumption, performance, and value for money.
Open RAN 承上开放开源，它只是实现一个5G 基站或者未来6G 基站的一种实现方式。
Open RAN advocates openness and open source. Is only an implementation method to implement the 5G base stations or possibly base stations of 6G.
历史上，这个在3G 时代，基站的实现方式已经变革过一次了。
Looking back into history of this mobile communications industry, there was one revolution we saw during the times of 3G in terms of how base station was implemented.
就是华为开创的分布式基站。
That's when Huawei released its distributed base station.
在分布式基站之前，原来的基站 BBU 和 RU 是在一起的，都放在一个装有空调房的机房里面。
Before distributed base station were launched to the market, BBU, the baseband unit, and RU, the radio unit, were integrated into one equipment and was sheltered in an air-conditioned room.
华为提出的分布式基站就把 RU 这个放到了铁塔上，这样的话，这个大幅度提升了这个基站的性能，然后和覆盖。然后最后成为了4G、5G 基站的实现架构，成为了一个事实标准。但这个标准不是什么4G 标准、5G 标准。
With the invention of a distributed base station from Huawei, RRU was separated and separately mounted on tower. That substantially increased the performance and also coverage of base stations. And that solution also has become a way of implementation of 4G and 5G base stations, and actually it has become a de facto standard in the industry.
从2G 到3G 到4G 到5G，3GPP 制定标准的时候，更多都是聚焦在互联互通，就保证手机与基站、基站与核心网、基站与基站之间多厂商能够连通起来，然后在全球能够漫游。从来没有去关注基站的实现方式和实现架构。
In the times of 2G, 3G, 4G, or 5G, when 3GPP was working on standards setting, the focus has always been interoperability to ensure smartphones can interwork with base stations can interwork with the core network, and base stations can work together with each other across different vendors. That is the foundation to ensure global roaming. And there has never been a time that the 3GPP would look specifically at the implementation methods and the architectures of different vendors.
其实站在运营商的角度来讲，他并不关注这个基站的这个实现方式，而且我们 这个业界的玩家每家的基站的实现方式并不完全一样，它更多关注的是基站的性能、基站的这个质量、基站的性价比。
From the perspective of telecom operators, it's not their area of interest in terms of how base stations are implemented. As a matter of fact, the way of implementation between different equipment vendors is different. To telecom operators, they care about the performance, the quality, the value for money of different base station products coming from different vendors.
大家知道，业界有一个Single RAN，现在又来了一个Open RAN，就是这个Single RAN也好，Open RAN也好，